All right, everybody, we're going to go live here in just a few minutes. We're going to wait a few minutes for people to come in. Welcome.
Hello everyone. I'm hoping here we've turned up the sound. There's a little echoes because we put a PA system on as well. We're going to eventually change our format, but thanks for being a part and for participating. And I hope for those of you who know people that have issues, health issues and physical ailments, that you're sharing Cellercise with them. The stories that we get are absolutely incredible and sometimes they're miraculous. So, people again that have knee problems, hip problems, back problems, shoulder problems, digestion, elimination, weight loss issues. They just want to build muscle, build, tighten and tone. Cellercise is weight bearing, it's not weight lifting. So again, we don't limit the effect. When you're on a Cellerciser, every single cell of your body is expanding and contracting with weight on it over 100 times a minute. The movement up and down helps to feed that circulation through all the body parts and functions and tissue spaces of the body as it reduces inflammation and improves your overall ability to perform. Balance, equilibrium, strength, endurance, energy goes up. People that have stress or under a lot of stress, that thing is a lifesaver. It's just been wonderful how you get on it for just a few minutes and move up and down and gently help the body relax. Same thing at nighttime. For people that are suffering from stress, have a hard time sleeping. Again, and we shared this with the previous program. But we get on the Cellercise and just gently move up and down for 2 to 3 minutes. It's a massage. It's just a gentle pumping action. Wonderful feeling. Christine, how'd you do this week so far?
This week was a little bit harder for me. I have fibromyalgia and it was pretty bad this week. I'm pretty sure that it's because my stress levels are pretty high right now with being in 5 classes and at the college and working, and I really did struggle this week. I still got on the Cellercise every day and that did help, but is there anything that would make those hard weeks a little bit easier?
Yeah, when you talked to me a little bit earlier in the week about that, I suggested doing a gentle movement up and down at nighttime before you go to sleep to help reduce the inflammation. Increase circulation. That's how we promote the healing process. How did that work? Did that help?
It does help. It does help. And that's probably the best thing that I can do for that. It's hard sometimes to get up in the morning and actually even get out of bed and to trip on my Cellercise or on my way to the bathroom has made it easier to just remind myself to get on it and hope for the best. And it really actually is the best. I've noticed that a huge difference, but I can't even imagine what I would be like if I wasn't doing it. Well, I know what I would be like.
Wow.
I've been there. So, but that evening bounce consistently every night. Just get on it. For how long?
3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, just to help bounce.
Just to help bounce
Okay.
and allow the body, because you're really bathing all the cells with fluid and circulation and getting rid of the blockages, stress, tension, swelling, inflammation, so that the body itself can communicate, it can heal better. You're in a different state, and your blood cells are able to circulate better. So that's all good. For those of you who are Cellercising, I shared with Christine the Jamba run.
Right.
It's very intense. It's extremely intense, and it works. But I want to remind you, it's not how fast we get to the end result. It took me 6 months to change my body physique. And I didn't know exactly what I was doing, so I was developing these various different movements, and I can help save you time by teaching those, and hopefully the DVD will help you do that. But we want to play on the Cellerciser. It will work on you, period. So if you need to back off of it a little bit, and just enjoy it, and just gently move up and down, it's still working on you. It's still weight bearing on every single muscle, bone, connective tissue, ligament, tendon, skin, collagen. But at the same time, we don't have to overstress the body.
Okay.
So the whole idea is, I don't know if you can see it on this side, but why work out when you can play in? And that's really what it is. You play on the Cellerciser, it automatically works on you. So.
Okay, so February is our month of love. Here we are. I think January was 569 days long, longest month of the year. But here we are in February, and we tend to focus a lot on our heart. There's a big push on that for, even the American Heart Association and making your heart healthy. And so how can the Cellerciser help us in our endeavors to keep our heart healthy?
Let's talk about it. Dr. Morton Walker wrote an article many years ago in the Townsend Letter for Doctors featuring over 30 of the health benefits involved with Cellercise. And one of the things that he talked about is how it strengthens the heart and the collateral muscles around the heart. So and you just think about it, we have the circulatory system made up of one-way valves. The heart pumps to move that fluid through those one-way valves, so it makes its circuit through the circulation. But when you get on a Cellerciser and you start to move up and down, you make it easier on the heart, which is why people are able to do more activity on a Cellerciser than they might if they went out and did something else, with less stress on the body and less stress on the heart. Because as you're moving up and down, you're making it easier on the heart and all the collateral muscles surrounding the heart. So those are going to be more efficient and more effective too. So the Cellerciser literally acts like a heart as it strengthens the body. The calf muscles, as you're lifting the heels up and down, they become stronger, which makes it easier for the body to move circulation from the lower extremity back up to the heart. The breathing improves because as we're moving up and down, we're opening up the circulatory channels. And I don't know anything like it. When you go out and you pound a hard surface, it's not that you can't have benefit or enjoyment, but the jarring effect does the opposite of what Cellercise does. Cellercise opens up the body. You're weightless over 100 times a minute. And then as you come down, it's a gentle weight or G-force on the body, but without ever coming to an abrupt stop or jar. It's a jarring impact over and over that, over time, cumulatively, can cause damage. And so it's wonderful to be able to work with people that have knee problems, hip problems, back problems, and all of a sudden, they can exercise again. They're doing things they didn't think they could do. And as they're doing it, all the supporting muscles and ligaments around the joints are getting stronger. They're being imbibed with more fluid and circulation. And the body just starts to perform better again. And we're seeing this at all ages. I wanted to share a few of the customer reviews we received. These are recent ones, and this one is from Carmel. Beautiful little customer review. I appreciate that. I really enjoyed this, and this spoke to me. It says, "Oh my, where to begin? I've had other cheap and expensive rebounders, and nothing comes remotely close to the feel and response of the Cellerciser. My feet do not pronate, and the bounce is much firmer than others without being jarring. Customer services are stellar. Thank you." This is a company with passion and heart. If this is their life's work, not a moment in this endeavor has been wasted. That brought tears to my eyes. I appreciate that. It is our life's work. This is the best beauty and health product ever. If you could only spend your money on one thing, hands down, it would be the Cellerciser. Better spend your money and time here than on lotions, creams, and gizmos. Can you tell I'm sold? Thank you. That was beautiful. Okay, that's a note to me. For me. Hey, Dave. First, I want to say that Jenna is awesome. There you go, Jenna. All your support people are amazing. And I've had a Cellerciser for probably, I don't know, maybe 13 to 15 years. Is that possible? A trifold. You may have the same one I do. Mine's 15 years old. I bought it after a cancer diagnosis when I was bouncing on another brand that popped a spring and hit me in the eye and scratched my face. They gave me a refund, and I found Cellerciser. I still have my same old trifold. It's been on the airplane a few times. Did that too, in fact. I just got a balance bar for it. I've abandoned it outside for a year in the rain and mist, and now it's got rusty springs, but I use it daily for 20 to 30 minutes. Plus, every few hours, I do a couple of 30-second bursts on it, like jumping jacks or running in place hard. This helps the production of human growth hormone. Also, about a month ago, a friend was requesting on our neighborhood email list if anyone had a used different kind of rebounder for sale. I won't mention the other name. I called and said, no, don't get that unit, get a Cellerciser. And Jenna set her up with a phone call with someone who told her the benefits of Cellerciser. And she emailed me a few days ago that she's so happy I recommended the Cellerciser. Yay, now, if I could only get my abs to look like your six-pack. Cute kid there. Last one. Been using it consistently for a year. Wonderful piece of equipment. I have terrible knees, bone-on-bone arthritis from Lyme's disease. This is the only, all capitalized, piece of equipment that I can safely manage. I stick in a video and bounce away. Love it. Thank you all for your support and for sharing your accomplishments, what you're feeling. That in and of itself will help promote and support other people who are looking for answers in their own personal health and fitness. So, is there anything else you wanted to share? Any questions that we have?
Questions.
We've got questions. Okay.
I'll put my hand on just so they can hear me a little better, hopefully. All right. Okay, so this was kind of two people asked a similar one. I know we've covered this, but I've seen this question asked quite a bit on our group. When performing the resistant movements to build muscle mass, such as holding the hands clasped in front of you, etc., are you baby bouncing while doing those, or are you doing a more aggressive bounce? Wondering how much bounce is necessary to really change and grow muscle mass. And the other question that followed that was, can you show me the routine for our arms so we don't get flabby arms? So
sure.
Kind of the same thing. So.
Okay, let's do that. We're going to move that. This over here just a little bit, and this is what I do. So I don't have great big muscular bulky arms, but they're strong and they're firm. And believe me, you will feel this. It does work. When I start off, the movement up and down is more of an isotonic. It's weight bearing, an increase of weight. The isometric for toning is the resistance. So as I bounce up and out and I do resistance, I'm doing an isometric and an isotonic all at the same time. And my entire body collectively is still involved. It's weight bearing on everything. That's what makes it so efficient. So the way I do this is I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, down 2, 3, 4. I count. I do that maybe 20 times. You can do it longer, and you will feel it. But that builds up the front and the back of the arm, because when you're done with this side, now you're going to do this side, and you do the same thing. 2, 3, 4, and then down 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now for the back of the arms, that's going to help, by the way. That's going to help the back of the arms too, because you're pushing down, which is working the triceps, thank you. The triceps at the same time you're working the biceps. So it's down and up, and it's working both sides of the arm. If you want to target more of the back of the arm, then you can do the same thing on the back and just push down. The reason I like to create movement while I'm doing it is so that the ligaments and the tendons don't get hard in one place. So that was one of the reasons I designed it, to have movement up and down while you're doing those different movements. You can pull apart, and that's going to work the shoulders, and again the back of the arms. You can and that's more just resistance than anything else. You can push in, and that's working the chest, and I do that too. Shoulders and chest. And again, is it Mr. Universe? I want to say Mike Metzger. But he built his body just doing resistance movements. So when we're doing resistance movements and we're increasing the weight, we get the best of all worlds.
Okay. All right. Okay. I wonder about cellercising for osteoporosis. Does it matter what kind of bounce or how high of a bounce to be considered weight bearing, and how long to be beneficial?
We've got some great customer reviews on osteoporosis and osteopenia, and I welcome you to take a look at what those are, how those have been written on our website, cellercise.com/reviews. And it will share some of the experiences that they had. And some of them are, again, doctors can't explain it. That it's been far and above what was expected. So weight bearing, just jumping up and down is weight bearing. Jumping up off the unit 2 to 3 inches, that's a lot of weight. That weight is absorbed gradually, but it is weight bearing. Your muscles are flexing quite a bit, and the bones have the G-forces on them, and those G-forces are what help to create osteoblastic activity to help build up bone density. Now, as you're taking calcium supplements or the sesame seed milk, some of them have done green leafy vegetables, of course, and you're applying an increase of weight in the body, the bones will utilize those nutrients to strengthen the skeletal system. So again, it doesn't have to be high, it just happens to be weight, and Cellercise is weight bearing. You can alter the angle of your body, creating more impact, not jarring, but more of an impact to certain areas of the body, which also will help strengthen the bones and increase circulation through the pumping action between the joints, which is very, very important. It binds.
Can Cellercise heal neuropathy?
We can't make a claim that will heal neuropathy. We have people that have done 20 minutes at a time, and they've said that they feel that it's been quite effective in helping them. Again, our objective is to reduce inflammation through the pumping action, increase circulation to promote healing, and get rid of the heavy metals and the toxins, poisons we've been exposed to. And the movement up and down can loosen those up and help flush those out of the body.
All right. Now, I've read online, a few people have asked about an affiliate program. What is the affiliate program?
We do have an affiliate program, and it's available on our website. And Jenna handles most of that. And she may be watching now. She's the one who is on our website and the web chat most of the time. She grew up on the Cellerciser, literally. She was being birthed on a Cellerciser. I mean, it's great. But I hope I didn't embarrass her. But the movement up and down is going to just.
But as an affiliate, so she runs the affiliate program.
Okay. So the movement up and down is going to increase. I was thinking with babies. If a baby has colic, or if a baby is you're trying to birth a baby, or if you're trying to put a baby to sleep, that gentle movement up and down will help to do that. Our affiliate program you can find on our website under affiliates, and you can sign up. And what will happen is you will get a little code that you can, HTML type code that you can put on your website. And anytime somebody comes through your website and you promote the Cellerciser, it will follow that. So it follows them through your website to our website where they get all the information, and if they place the order, then you get credit for it. And we're sending out checks now every month to affiliates who are helping to promote the word and get the word out.
Perfect. All right. Is doing the same Cellercise, and I think you kind of touched on this, is doing the same Cellercise routine exercises every day okay, or should one incorporate more variety? I'm concerned about plateauing and not changing my body. What are ways to change one's routine?
Well, you can change your routine. We've got lots of different exercises that you can do. My routine has pretty much been the same since I started doing it. You will have, here's what's interesting. When you do weightlifting to tear down, to build up, and you build these bulky muscles, and it works, but they're hard muscles, you reach a plateau. And then you increase the weight and you maintain the repetition so the arms get bigger. Well, with Cellercise, as you're doing the resistance movements, you're going to get stronger. So as you get stronger, you're able to apply more resistance than you were before, so you can regulate and control and build up the muscles without tearing them down. So I prefer doing it on the Cellerciser, and you just, as you get stronger, you will be able to leverage your body weight more, you'll be able to do more things naturally. Jumping high isn't really necessary at all. In fact, I'm kind of against it. When you jump high, you're weightless. Your body's not working, you're just floating. And as I've mentioned before, if you want to float, get a big trampoline, at least you can float and do tricks. But the benefit of Cellercise is coming as the cells are expanding and contracting, as it's weight bearing, as the valves are opening and shutting. And that's done within the first 2 to 3 inches of the Cellerciser. If you want to increase the intensity, just alter the angle of your body a little bit, and it will focus the effect more effectively on those areas that you want to target. But even while you're targeting those areas, unlike typical exercise, the entire body is still involved. Again, that's what makes it so efficient.
Alright, sorry for not using this for those who couldn't hear me. What are moves to remedy incontinence? I think that may be a more common thing in us women who have had at least one or more babies.
Absolutely is. And you're all familiar with the kegel, where you tighten as an isometric to tone the muscle, but how do you build up the muscle? We've got some good written testimonials on that as well, and customer reviews. And what we do on the Cellercise is we tighten as much as we can, and then tightening, we balance. And as we balance, we put more weight on that sphincter muscle. The sphincter muscle is a muscle, and as you apply weight to a muscle, the weight becomes stronger and can become bigger as well to compensate for that weight. So the movement is to do the kegels and then balance. And tighten as much as you can while you're doing it. Every time you come down the bottom of the mountain, that increase of weight is on the inside. So it may take a little bit of time. But again, read the customer reviews and see how other people have done it and how they tell about it. And some of them have had incredibly fast results. So.
And is that just the baby bounce that you're talking about, the health bounce? Okay.
Well, yes, it is. Although with that, if you want to put more weight, you can jump a little higher.
Okay, just a little bit higher.
But you'll feel a little more. So build up to it gradually.
Okay. My sister is interested in Cellercising, but has bone spurs and knees, and her doctor thinks rebounding would be a bad idea for that. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do for that? If you go into a pool, it's chlorinated, and the chlorine itself is a cell killer, and it can compromise your health. So I believe that the key is to increase circulation. As we increase circulation, we help promote healing. Now, I'm not going to speak against the doctor. Since, follow your doctor's advice or have your doctor give me a call, but I'm sharing with my personal feeling and experiences that with other people is as we strengthen the supporting muscles and ligaments around the joints, the body is able to retain more circulation in that area. And as those muscles get stronger and support it better, then that increase of circulation can help promote healing. Bone spurs are hard to work with. They can take time. Often they're caused from lack of calcium. There's not enough calcium in your diet. And people think it's just the opposite, but no, it's not necessarily true. The body can become acidic. A lot of it has to do with our environment, the food, and the processed foods that we're exposed to or that we eat every day. When the body becomes acidic, it has a tendency to want to neutralize itself. And so in an attempt to do that, it can actually take from the bones in your body the calcium and mineral supplements in the body to try to neutralize itself. So that calcium is too hard for the body to absorb. And so what you end up is you get these little spurs, if you will, that can be real painful and takes time to break those down. And sometimes it takes surgery. But I always would encourage people to try Cellercising first. Increase circulation first. And you're not going to do anything crazy. Now, a lot of doctors don't know the difference between a Cellerciser and a rebounder. And typical rebounders that have a jarring effect, he's absolutely right. That can be damaging, and that can be very can cause inflammation. The Cellerciser is pumping. It's increasing circulation. It's eliminating the jarring effect that you would have from typical exercises or many of the other rebounders on the market.
All right, so I can attest to this next question,
Well, okay.
because I tend to have impatience. How long until you can tell a difference?
Okay, most people will notice the difference on the Cellercise immediately, but it comes in stages. So it may be you just feel better, you're breathing better, your energy starts to increase, your balance starts to improve, your ligaments and tendons start to get stronger, you're sleeping better. As you get stronger, you're able to put more effort into the routine. Just don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, then it can be a little bit of a setback. So we want to just have fun on it, just play on it, and watch it. It took a month for me to drop the belt notch. But I wasn't even trying that hard. I was playing on it. See, when you think of a workout, if you have to work hard. No, you don't. You can play hard, and you can still get the benefit. And on a Cellercise, I was playing with it. And I think many of you have heard me say it. In 1 month, my wife asked me if I was lifting weights. She said, "Your arms are bigger." I said, "Really?" Well, it was after the first month that I said, "Hey, maybe there's something to this that I didn't understand." And I took it more seriously. And within 6 months, the whole physique had changed. And now everybody else again was asking, "What are you doing?" And now I'm excited. I said, "Well, let me tell you, this thing's so easy." And I started teaching them. They started getting results. And before I knew it, I had a whole new career. I just hadn't planned on it, but it was good.
Okay. All right, so these are folks that are still just kind of doing the baby bounce, and they're kind of doing a consistent jumping for 20 to 30 minutes, trying to build up the coordination of their balance, okay? Is that okay? And if they continue to do that, and before they go into all this, the specialized movements that you have to, build muscle mass, if they're just doing those kinds of things, they're getting good benefit, right?
They're getting great benefit. That's the most important thing we can do. If you can do nothing more than just the health or the baby bounce, that is, in my opinion, I know this. It's the most important physical activity we do every day of our life. That gentle movement up and down, we're weightless at the top of the bounce, where we can allow energy, circulation, communication to flow right through the body. As we gently come down, everything comes down collectively together in unison. This is literally a whole body exercise, and it's collective. The thyroid, the adrenals, the endocrine system, liver, kidney, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, adrenals, pineal gland, brain activity, lymphatic system, circulatory system, everything is involved together. If you did nothing more than that, to help body parts and functions work more efficiently, to open up the circulation, to help change blood chemistry, so that it's easier for the heart to move that circulation through the capillaries, into the brain, into the eyes, into other areas of the body. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing we can do every day of our life. And again, as I've mentioned, for the lymphatic system, the immune system, that movement up and down is what activates millions of one-way valves in the lymphatic system to help pull circulation through the bones, the joints, the tissue space of the body as a vacuum system, and to open up the circulatory channels so it's easier for the white blood cells to move through the body so they can do their job more effectively, which is to seek out and destroy the foreign invaders, viruses, germs, bacteria, fungus, dead cells, mutant cells, cancer cells, and other foreign invaders. So yes.
All righty, these are our last two. I'm noticing my eyesight isn't as good as it was. What do you recommend to help with that? Is this something that the Cellercise can kind of help with a little bit?
Yeah, everybody's different on that one. Some of it depends on what's happening with the eye. I know Juan up in San Francisco, California, once got very upset with me because his vision got worse. Did we talk about this recently? I don't remember if we talked about it, but Juan, I was in San Francisco 6 months after he started Cellercising, and he came by my booth and he was upset. And he said, "You should warn people it's going to affect their vision." I said, "Why would happen?" He said, "Well, I kept using this thing. Every time I used it, it got harder and harder to read. I finally put it away. Then I got it back out. And then I went to the doctors. And I said, how come, my vision is not too good. The doctors did a eye examination on him, and they found that he'd gone from 5.5 diopters to 4.5 diopters. He was nearsighted. He just needed new glasses, but with less power. So there's several techniques we can do. And keep in mind, when you're moving up and down, weightless, the weight is on the eyes as well. And the movement is on circulation in the eye. And the eye is expanding and contracting. It's gentle, but it's getting movement there. If we take, we've had several people do this, where they've taken and created an eye chart. And it's easy. You just get different fonts and different size words, and you create a collage. And you put it up on a window. And as you move up and down, you read the different words up and down, side to side, across, diagonal, and you speak them out loud at the same time you're reading them. And you do that for a few moments, and then you look at the window, through the window at something at a distance. And you look at a distance for a few moments, and then you come back and you look at the eye chart. And what's happening is that the eye you're using the muscles of the eye while they're also increasing circulation and G-forces. So those muscles and the circulation can get stronger. And often that can be the case. Now there's other issues that sometimes we have to deal with. I still think it's effective. But if the actual lens has gotten harder, then even though the muscles are stronger, it may be harder for them to be able to shape the actual lens so that you can see. And so then sometimes you might have to do other things. But the Cellercise are very effective in helping increase the circulation again, and I believe that's important to maintain good body parts and functions.
Okay, the final question.
All right.
Give us an app update. People wanting to know about the app.
Yes, in fact, hold on. Hold that thought, I'll be right back. I'm going to find my phone. Is my phone anywhere? Where's my phone? I did it for myself. All right. So, I'm giving you the update from our programmers just as I received it. So it came today at all right. We're close. Wow. So I'll tell you while I'm looking for it. But we're real excited. We're real close. They had a crash issue. They found a bug in the app. They were fixing it, sending for review on Thursday of this week. That was last week. That's not this week. And he just wrote me, maybe it's on my iPad, saying that the new version for us to go through has just been sent tonight. So we're going to be going through it for the next 2 to 3 days to make sure that that's all working. And the moment we know that it's working and we're comfortable, we're going to be releasing it. So we're this close. We're all waiting for it and looking forward to it being ready. I'm hoping. Kevin wrote me earlier, he said, tell him next week, just so we can take some of the pressure off. So I'm going to say next week, but we'll hope it'll be a little sooner than that.
Okay, is there anything you want to add to my routine?
No, what I want you to do, we're going to back off a little bit on some of the jumper runs, because it is stressful, it's a little more intense. We're going to do a little more of the breathing exercises, because that in and of itself will increase metabolic processes. Some more of the twisting. So, things like this. And again, I'll do this for everybody. Then I want to show one technique for somebody who had asked earlier this week for people that have neck problems or headaches. I'm going to show you another technique that is not on our website yet, but one that I designed and I think it's very effective. But the breathing one, again, is done just by you don't do it, you can hear the difference in the voice already, but you don't do a lot of that because it can get dizzy and it can be sensitive on the bronchial tubes. It opens them up, but it gets enough oxygen to the other 1/3 of the lung that most people don't get enough oxygen to, and that increased oxygen helps increase metabolic processes. And then let's do some twisting. Let's get rid of the inflammation, get increased circulation, work on the liver, kidneys, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, adrenals, all those internal organs, digestion, rumination, loosening up the lower back. This one here, real gentle. We're going to still work on some of the strong muscles, but the bigger muscles, and the rocking side to side is a good one. Do the jumbo walk for a while instead of the jumbo run, and just enjoy it. And then when you can, just do some jogging. But just do those muscles. Now, the more intense you get, obviously, the harder it is on your body. So start off as we're building up. You're doing great, especially with the issues that you're dealing with right now. That is fantastic. So, yeah, just relax a little bit, drink lots of water. Keep doing that. Allow the body to work and heal and get stronger, and enjoy the journey. That's what it is. And just enjoy. And the same thing for everybody there. Enjoy the journey. It is. Be appreciative for where you are right now. It's really important. And then work toward your vision, the goal or objective you have in your mind. Hold on to that goal or objective, even if you're not there. It doesn't matter. Just hold on to it so that you start to respond in ways that will allow you to reach it. And your desire, your passion will grow, and that's all great. As your desire, passion, and capacity increases, then the intensity will as well. So call if you have any questions. Thank you for sharing the information, being part of the Cellercise family. You guys are great, and we really appreciate it.